Next, first a couple of miscellaneous things. We have an error down here, and we haven't gotten into code yet, but when you have errors here, if you double click on them, it'll take you to the code, and I'll just show you what to do to change this so you won't have that anymore. It's saying it can't find root joint. If you change this to lerps, and also here, lerps, I believe that takes care of it. So, and the point being that by double clicking on this, it'll open up the correct script and it'll take you to the place where the error is. Much more on this later. Make sure you save it before you retest. And let's just see. We were getting that error when we were jumping off and dying and respawning. So let's see if it's still there. It should be gone. And it is. And it is. So that looked after that. And the other miscellaneous thing that I wanted to talk about right now was just keeping your hierarchy and your project nice and neat and tidy. And one way to do it down here, sometimes things will open way up, is you hold Alt and click on that little disclosure triangle, and Alt again will open it completely up, but just Alt collapse and a regular open will bring it to the root organization. So now we're going to do health pickups. Health pickups are these little hearts that you pick up to give yourself more health to be able to progress better at the game. And also we're going to change these fuel canisters, which are the things that you pick up in order to be able to fill up your spaceship and go away. So we're going to look at first of all the health life pickup prefab. And to this we've got to add some things so that when we collide with it, we can collide, and that it triggers a script and the script that it's going to use. So first of all, the collider. Which collider we want to use? Probably sphere collider. So we're adding a sphere collider to it, making it a trigger. So when we hit it, we trigger something, and then there's going to be a script, which is called pickup script. There it is, JavaScript, JS for JavaScript, onto the So here's another little miscellaneous thing from this one. We need to move that on to the prefab, and as it turns out, they're both there right now, but sometimes they're not. So what I'm going to do is show the health life prefab and lock the inspector, and then I'm going to go to, I can go to anything, right? Whatever I go to, it's not going to change the inspector because it's locked. So I'm looking for that pickup script, there it is. So now I can drag it onto this without, like, if I click on this, it doesn't change what's in the inspector because the inspector's locked. So anyway, the pickup script goes onto the inspector, and then I can unlock it because it's all set. And well, that took me to a full view of the script here. So I need to get back to my health life pickup prefab that has it. And the type, well, there are only two. It's the health, the amount 1, sound, probably something to do with pickup health. There we go. And that looks all set. So now that we've got our health pickup prefab with sphere collider and pickup script, we can collide with it and something should happen. So let's move a bunch on. And what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to move a bunch right now just to remind myself that I've got to come back and move these around. So I'd go from the top and I'd zoom out and I'd drag them all around. But for now, I'm just going to leave them there. And let's play it and see if things are okay. Yeah, they're moving around. That's a good sign. Yeah, that's good. Okay, good. And the health will go up. The other thing then to add those two things to is the fuel cell prefab, not the droppable one, but the fuel cell prefab. This one needs those same things. So I'm going to do what I just did before. I'm going to lock this, and I'm going to go find. I have to do it now because if I go to the pickup script right now, I can lose my inspector. So there it is, and it took the sphere. Interestingly, it gave us the sphere collider just by dragging the pickup script, so we didn't need to do the sphere collider separately. That's nice, and it is a fuel cell by default. Amount, fine. Again, pick up fuel. So we're good. And that's the other thing to mention, is that the fuel cells are already scattered around the level. There's one right there, And in the level, you see that there are a bunch more, and they're nicely organized, which our health prefabs are not. So I'm going to do that right now. Game object, create empty, and I'll call it health prefab folder something. One, Command Shift, click those others, drag them in. So let's just make sure that that fuel cell is now working. When we hit it, it should go away and make sound. Yep, good. It wasn't too loud. I might want to pick up that sound a little bit. And I think that's it for the fuel cells and the health prefabs.